So what is a path? So let me just show you just for quick recap. Let me just open that sales app. Or if you are opening any opportunity or anything in which you think that a path should available, so that is called as path. So I think we have changed this view. Let me just check with the detail page. So this is called as path, right? So it is based on a pick list value or a pick list field, and all the values will just recognize like on which place this particular record is. So for opportunity, we are just recognizing it based on the stage field. So it is showing that currently this particular opportunity is with this particular stage. So and as soon as it will remove to another stage, then the path will show as green for the current status. So the same thing you can create for your custom objects as well, and for the object in which it is not available. So let me just check if it is available in the lead or account, so that we can create that for them. So let me just open one record. So this particular is available because lead is something related, like you just need to change the status of the lead. So it is showing like if it is closed or working or whatever. So let's just pick up one object in which it is not available. Let me just check if account rating we can show as an path or any other field we can take. So this particular record is not having the path thing. So let me just let me just create a path for this particular account object, and you will understand like how you can create custom paths. So for that, you can simply go to setup. Here in the setup, in the quick find box, you can simply type path settings. Just open. Here in the path settings, just click on this. You can enable it, and then you have to click on the new path. You can just read all the text; those are available there. And here you can give the name of the path. So let's say testing path. I'm just giving name as in testing path. You can give whatever you want. And now it is asking for the object, for which object you want to create that part. So let's say if I just want to create it for the account object, and then the master record type, and then you can use different pick list field just to actually show what is the status of that particular account based on that particular field, right? So here we have account source, active, customer priority, industry, ownership rating, SLA type, upset, upsell opportunity, state. These are the pick list values. So it is showing all the pick list field, those are available on the account object. So I'm just selecting rating field because we have three values in the rating field. So let's just click next, and all the three values are showing here. So you can see hot, warm, cold. Here you can add or update fields if you want, like if you want more field to be updated, if you don't want more, and if you just want to start from warm, cold, you can simply do like this, right? If you want to give some guidance, like what is the thing, like if it is hot, then what should be the functionality for hot and all this. So here you can read all the things that those all the text help, those are available here. So it is saying select field that you want to appear for your user, right? So we have selected the field, right? Provide guidance for success, like tips, links, chat group, files, best practice, and policy reminder. So if you want to give any guidance, you can type that guidance here in this rich text box, right? That is that is all. Account name, if you want to give any field name or anything, so we just want to give the rating field. So let's just pick the rating field here. And click next. Now it is asking like when user reach a specific step in the path, help them celebrate their success with on-screen confetti, right? So basically, what is it is doing? So let's say if somebody is reached on a particular status, then it generally blow some kind of screen material. So it is showing that you have achieved some success just to motivate that. Activate your path. If you aren't ready to make this path available now, you can still save it and activate it later. So I'm activating this path and just hitting finish. So this particular path is activated. Now just let me just open any record on the account and it should show there. So you can see one path is available here and this particular path is active. So you can do deactivate, edit, delete as per your requirement. So you can use that accordingly. So let me just go to a particular app. I'm choosing sales and here I'm clicking on account and let's say this particular account. So it is not showing here because we need to add it on the record, right? Can anyone explain how to add a record, add a path in the record detail page? Anyone? I just explained it yesterday.
Edit page layout.
Okay, so you can directly go from here, right? Or you just
Yes.
need to go to. Okay, cool. So here again we are in the Lightning App Builder. Whatever we have discussed yesterday, so this was the shortcut of that. So
Drag
here,
the paths.
yes. So here there is a component called path, right? So this is the component, right? So you can drag it wherever you want. So let's say I don't want activity to be here. So I have removed the activity. In place of activity, I just want to drag and drop the path, right? So I have dragged the path here. So it is showing like on which particular rating stage this particular account is. So you can see here the preview is like this. Setup path. Now you can see the testing previewed. You can also click on setup path and it will take you to on a settings screen of the path setting, right? So you can go directly from here as well. So if you don't have any path, so you can go from here. Otherwise, it will show you whatever is written. So if you want to make it dynamic, you can add some filter like you don't want to show any account in which in which the rating is warm or any filter you want to add. You can do it from here. So let's just click on save. After clicking on saving, it will ask you to activate it. If you don't want to activate it for now, you can click on not yet, and otherwise you can simply click on activate. After clicking on activate, it will ask you about like if you want to make it org-wise default or app default or app record type and profile. So it is up to you like for which thing you want to activate it. Let's say in for our initial session we have activated it for app record type and profile. Let's just make it org-wise default and we'll see how it behaves, right? So now it is asking for, are you want to make it for desktop, phone, or desktop and phone both? So it is up to you, right? Now we have created this account record page. We have made the changes on account record page, and this is done from my side, right? So we have changed the record detail page, and let's see if it is available now. You can see here is the path is available in the right section, right? So for different record, it will show differently because based on the stage, it will show that that path visibility, right? So You can go like this and check like on which particular rating your account is. So I have just taken, because the rating is blank, so it is not showing anything. So the rating of this particular account should be, you can see here, the rating is blank. So let me just select, let me just update this record to warm and just save it, then it will appear. Let's just refresh it. You can see here, now it is showing as warm. So this is how you can create a path. Kanban view is available for some of the object, like in which you have that thing, the lead you will get, lot of the object you will get the standard object, but you can do that for other object as well. But path is the main thing that you will get directly from the path setting. You can create a path, and you can also do it directly from your record page, edit page. Excuse me, from the record edit page, right? So this is what we have related to path. Our next topic is process builder. So we'll discuss process builder. Process builder, what is a process builder? So process builder is used actually just to create a process. So I have already taught related to workflows. So you all know what is a workflow, why we use it, and what is the behavior of the workflow, what all are the functions, actions, and all these things we have in the workflows, right? So same thing in the Lightning, they have created an enhanced version of workflow, you can say, but both the things are available. Like the workflow is also available, and if you want to use process builder, you can use the process builder, and it has more actions in it, so you can perform a lot other tasks in process builder, right? So you can create a process builder to automate a process. It will run in the background, and it will run on a particular record and create an update, and like we have in workflow. So it will behave in the same way. So let's just create a process builder so that you can understand like what it is and how we can create it. So for that, you can simply go to setup.
Pratik bhai,
Mhm.
what extra functionality are there available in Process Builder that is not available in Workflow?
Yeah, there are a lot of other actions that we are going to learn. So um, just wait a minute, you will see like what all are the actions available. We in workflow, we have only four actions, right? Like you can send a task, you can create a task, you can send an email, you can update a field, right? And you can send an outbound messages. But here in process builder, it is a lot more. It is something around 11 or 12. I don't know the exact count, but it is something like that, right? So you can call an apex class, you can create update a record, you can send an email, you can call a flow, you can call a process. There are a lot of other actions available in the process builder. You will see them, all of them, in this spectacle, right? So for process builder, you can simply type process in the quick find box, and it will be available. You can see that here is process builder link, and you can click on the process builder link. There is one more process builder is already created. I don't know who created this. Create already, maybe it is by default, right? So you can see here there is a new button of the process builder. You can click on the new button, and it will ask you about the process name. So process name, you can give anything, like for which process you want to create it. So uh, let's just create it for account. So and we'll add some criteria. So let's say if account name, let's just think for one criteria. So I'm just making it as an account update. Let me just open notepad and write some criteria. So for process builder, what we'll do is we'll create a process builder, and if criteria is, let's just make a criteria.
Like when opportunity stage is close to one, and
Opportunity पे बनाना है. Okay, so let's say opportunity stays if it's equal to closed one, then what do you want to do?
Amount is greater than 5 million, then uh, I want to update a record in order automatically
In
after.
order. It will only update the cross object. So you need to check that if it is a related object.
Or we can update any field on the account which is associated with the opportunity.
Okay, okay. Let's see if account is available. Okay, we'll make them because you need to find the record in which and the account is associated, right? And you can do it for on opportunity update only. So first you have to create an account and then you have to associate opportunity with that account. And if opportunity stage is changed, then account field will be updated, right? So this is a different scenario. Do you want me to go for this scenario?
Mm,
Yeah, you can take
Okay,
it.
okay, let's try this then. So account update and here we'll make a record change. So there are three things available. The record change, a platform event. So platform event we have not studied yet. It's invoked one process builder will invoke another process. So we are using a record change because we will change the account field on an opportunity stage update. So now we are doing the same. Let's hit save. Now it will show you the path, like how you will do that. So it is same like what we did in workflow. So you can see first it is asking for add object. So here you can add an object on which you want to create this process. So I have now they are just showing it in a more feasible way. They are just telling you from where you can get the next step, right? So first you have to choose the add object. So we are creating it for opportunity. So let's just select opportunity as an object, and then only when a record is created or edited. So I'm just using it for created and edited. Advanced if you want to use, it is asking for recursion. If you want a recursion, then you can click yes, right? So recursion will can make it evaluated by one more than one time. So I'm not choosing it, right? And I'm just making it save. So we have choose the opportunity object, and then we are just adding the criteria. So criteria, what is our criteria? I'm just name is check opp stage. So this is our criteria. Condition are met, and then I'm selecting here if stage if stage equals to it is a picklist value, and you are saying if it is close one, right? So we are not selecting more than one criteria here, and I'm just saying, or do you want me to add one more criteria? Amount kind of you were telling me, right?
Yeah, amount if you
Okay,
want.
so you can simply click on add row, and you can add one more criteria like amount. So if you want to use amount field as well, so you can choose the amount, and amount greater than let's say $50,000, right? So you can change the number as per your choice, right? So if you want both the condition to be true, if you want only one condition to be true, or you want to customize it, so you all are aware what does it mean. So you can select as per your choice. So I want both the condition to be true, so I'm just leaving it with the first condition. Advanced will give you to add the logic, right? So we don't want to add that, right? So you can simply hit save. Now the next step is you need to add the action, what kind of action you want to perform. So we need to update the account record. So let's say action type. So it is asking, so as I told you earlier, it has a lot more actions. So in workflows, we have only 4 actions, but here you can call Apex class, you can create a record, you can send an email alert, you can call a flow, you can post a chatter, you can call a process, you can create quick actions, quick send custom notifications, submit for approval, and update record. So we need to update a record, right? So I'm just selecting update a record. Record type will discuss action name like update. So if it is showing as an any help, So it means you should read this help. So what it is saying, this name appears in the canvas to help you distinguish the action from other actions in the process. So you can type whatever you are going to do with this. So I'm just typing update account here. So it is asking, select the opportunity record that started your process, select a record related to the opportunity. So what we need to do here is select a record related to the opportunity. So we need to update a record, account record, and account record generally have account ID, right? So opportunity you will have the account ID, because lookup field generally only return the ID of the parent record. So you can see here account ID. From the account ID, which field you want me to update. So let's say I just want to update a rating field. Rating field is not available. Created by ID.
Orders.
Wait. We want to update account, right? We are not updating order. You can try.
In
We can
account
try it.
ID, in account ID, there was the orders that was.
You can directly choose that account ID. That is not a problem. I'm just searching what all are the options available here.
So you can just use a field in account, a note, or we can write any note that we have done this.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Pradeep, I'm saying that in account we have a note string object field. We can update that one also.
No, that is okay. We can go for the account. We can go for this one. So what field you want to update? So now you have to select the rating, account rating. So account rating pick list, what you want to update. So let's say if both the criteria are true, then we can update as cold, right? So you can go for this. If you want to update one more, then you can do that as well. But I'm updating with this only. So let's just hit save. Yep, it is saved now, and we have created. So if you want to add one more criteria or with the action, you can do that as well. If it is false, then you can go for this, and this kind of hierarchy you can create. And I'm activating it. So we need to activate it first. You should read this particular text. Activating this process automatically deactivates any other active version. So if you have any active version from the same object, it will deactivate, and the deactivated version will be available in your version history. So basically what happens, so if you want to change is you have to deactivate it and clone it, and then only you can have make changes, right? So now I'm just confirming it. So this particular process builder is now active. So let's just go and check if we have any account record, and we'll update the opportunity, and then we'll see, right? So we'll create, let's just create one opportunity. So I'm just making a duplicate window for this. Set up, view all. Here you can select sales. Opportunity. So let's create one more opportunity, and we'll choose one account. So let's just create one account with some other filtered value. So I'm just hitting next. So here I'm just making it is for process builder. I'm so making for process. I'm using name as making for process, and choosing the rating field as hot. So it will be updated with cold, right? So just choosing hot, and just I'm not updating any other field on the account. So just hitting save. right? So we have created, now we'll create an opportunity and we'll refer this account in the opportunity. So let's do that. So it is asking for the account and what was the amount. It is asking for close date. Close date, let's say I'm just making it 30. Stays, let's say close one, because we have choose close one there, and the amount we will pass, it should be greater than 50,000, so making it 60,000. And opportunity name OPP for process. Is there any other field required? No. So let's just go ahead and click on save and see if that account field is updated or not. So I'm just hitting save. So we have updated the opportunity, and let's go to account and check if oh, I don't think we have selected the account of for this opportunity. Yeah, we have to select the account. Let me just go back and create one more opportunity and select it. I just don't want to edit it, so that's why I'm just creating one more. So we'll check with the both the conditions, edit or delete. So create or edit. So making it new opportunity for OPP process one. Amount I'm making it 70,000. Close date 31. Stays closed one. And here
Account name.
what was that for process, right? So and hit save. So we have created this. Let's check with the account if the field is updated or not. So just opening it into another tab. Yeah, you can see the rating is now cold. When we have created it, it was hot. So this is how you can update the cross object field. So this is our process builder, and you can see like everything is the same like we have in workflow, but we have a lot of other actions that you can perform using process builder. Any question from anybody?
Why we are like okay, this is a part of our syllabus and everything, but why we use process builder?
The process builder is simple, right? So as we have already discussed, that process builder generally automate the process. So let's say like the example we did. So let's say this is a business requirement. If your opportunity, or let's say there is a custom field on account is called uh, mm, uh, business status, right? So the business and it has two field. It like the current business and old business, or you can say the customer status. So there is a custom field on account is called customer status. So let's say current customer and old customer. So these are the two pick list value. So we just want like if any opportunity of that account is open, right? Open means that it is not closed one or closed lost, right? So it means it is open. And if opportunity is open of that account is, then we want to keep that account field as you know uh, current customer, or if the opportunity is closed one or closed loss, that we just want to update that into old customer. So this is the thing. This is a small example, right? So but we can have more than one opportunity in the account. So this particular task you have to check other opportunities value as well. But this is a kind of example, right? So you have a lot of business requirement in which you have to automate the business process, as we have discussed in workflow as well. So let's say if some field is changed, or some, let's say opportunity stage is close one, right? And you just want to send an email to your manager and all the people, those were involved in that opportunity, that bingo, we have completed this business and we got this particular revenue amount, right? So you just want to inform people, or you just want to create tasks, you just want to call any Apex class to perform some business logic. and there are a lot of other actions, right? So you can do that with the help of the process builder on a record create or update. So as soon as a record will create or update, if that particular object has that process builder active, then the action you have listed in the process builder will be automatically executed. So we use this workflow and process builder for the same purpose. If both, if you have like any work that is not possible with the workflow, you will do the process builder. So process builder is a part of kind of lightning, but you can create it with the classic as well. But if something that cannot be done with the process builder and workflow, then you will write the trigger, apex trigger, that you are going to study in the developer part. So these are the three things that we generally do to automate the business process of a account create and update. In trigger you will get a lot of other functionality, edit, delete, or some more, but for process builder and workflow you have only create and edit. Is that answer of your question?
Yeah, got it. So basically, it is used for automation.
Yeah, just to automate. Yeah, yes, just to automate your business logic on a record create or
Yeah,
update.
got it, got it.
Yeah. Okay guys, so just try it with different things. Mm, if you have any question, you can ping me. Okay. One more thing we'll discuss about the reports. So there are small changes in the report thing, and we'll discuss about the bucket field as well. So nowadays there is a question in the interview process is called bucket field. So somebody can ask you. So let's just discuss the report. So here in the Lightning, you can see the report tab is available. So you can simply click on the report to create a new report. So you will get a slightly different view as it is Lightning. So you can see here their recent report created by me. So the view that was showed in the middle of the section is now in the sidebar, right? So you can create a new report in Classic. So it can take you on Classic as well. So now I'm just making a new report in Lightning. So I've just clicked on the new report. So now it is asking for the record type as a pop-up. So you can see now it is asking for the report type. So you can select any report type that you want to do. So opportunity, I'm selecting any opportunity report type and continue. So till now it is the same process. So if you are able to remember that in Classic you were able to select like the one of the four report type. We have like tabular, summary, matrix, and join report. But here if you will click on report, it will only show you the report and join report. But the difference between the Classic and Lightning here is you can see here there is a group kind of option here. So group rows, and if you will group rows, then it will give you one more option called group columns. So if you only grouping rows, then it will become summary report. If you are grouping rows and columns both, then it will become matrix report. So that is why it is not giving you any extra option to select that report type. So it based on the functionality, based on the thing you are selecting, it will automatically make that report if it is summary or a matrix report. Joint or tabular report you can select here. If you want to create a joint report, you can go for this, right? So this is how you can do it. So let's say it is opportunity. So I want to group this opportunity with the stage. So you can simply type stage here, or as soon as you will select the field, you don't have to drag and drop it. So as soon as you will select the field, it will automatically, it will automatically group with the stage. So you can see here qualification one, need analysis one, subtotal. If we haven't summarized it till now, so it is not showing any subtotal, but you can see here we have grouped it with the stage, and as soon as we have grouped it is the stage, it is showing with the column grouping as well. If you want to make it matrix, then you can choose for the column as well. And for the bucket field, so bucket field is something, so let's say opportunity, let me just pick one field. So you can see here there is a age field, right? So it is showing as age 222110, right? So I don't want to see this particular thing 210. I just want like If it is less than 2, then it is showing as new opportunity. And if it is greater than equal to 2, then it should show, or if it is greater than 2, then it should show as an old opportunity. So I just want that kind of functionality. So what you need to do for that is you need to bucket this particular field, right? For bucketing field, you know all the other steps. So you can simply select the bucket here. So you can give the bucket field name is like, I'm just saying age bucket, right? So now you can enter any number. So let's say I just want, if it is 0 to 1, if it less than equal to 1, then it should show new. And if it is greater than 1, then it should show old, right? So this is how you can simply customize your bucket field. So it basically, bucket field is used to don't show the, you just don't want to show the exact value what is showing in that particular field. You just want to make another meaning based on the value in that particular field. So we are just using the age field value, but we are just displaying the desired value based on the criteria that we have selected in the age field. So now we have selected the age, and now just based on that age, we are just displaying new and old value. So I'm just clicking on apply, and you will see that a new field will be created. Here you can see if it is greater than 1, and it is showing old, and here you can see if it is 0, and it is showing no new. So this is the bucket field that you can use just to you can use any other field value and just display whatever the functionality you want to display based on that field value. Okay, guys. So it can be asked in an interview. So just remember that whatever we have discussed. Then you can run the report. Everything else is almost same here. And you can save this report as well. If you want to edit it, you can edit as well. And if you want to export it, export as well. So I'm just giving the name as my summary report. And just you can select the folder. That's just public folder and save. So we have created a report and we have discussed the different things that we have, the difference between Classic and Lightning. And now we are going to dashboard. And so in dashboard, you will also see some difference. So you can see here a new button is available. I'm just clicking on new button, and here it is asking for the name. Just giving my custom dashboard. My custom is fine, right? Just select in which folder you want to save this. Create. So as soon as you will create the dashboard, it will show like this. It is a completely different UI, a completely different view from the Classic. So you just need to select the report. To select the report, you just need to click on the plus component. So I'm just clicking on the component. So here you can see like from which folder you want to select the report. So it is saved in my in public folder. So you can select it, select the report on which you want to make this dashboard. So as soon as you will select the report, you can see that charts will be displayed, and you can see all the functionality is in this live channel, in this left dice left sidebar, right? So you can see there are some other different things are available. So let's say the summary report, it is showing the count, how many stages we have with different opportunities. So it is showing the count. It is also showing the count with the different stage name, because we have customized it with the stage, right? And you have different charts as well for the same, right? So you can use this, you can use this. So these are the different dashboard charts available. So there are some more charts. So record count, if you want to change it, because we are using the number, so it is not showing more than that. So here you can just select the record count is 15. So this is how you can make it, right? So these are the different values, and the different, you can also create a color for this. So let's say if I want to use this one as only, or let's say this one is good. Okay, and I want to make this color as an dark. You can use this as well. So this is how you can create the dashboards. So lot of things are easy in Lightning dashboard. So you can easily select, you can easily customize lot of things. So you can see, you can hover it to just check like, oh, how many opportunities are associated with that particular stage to get the value, right? So this is how you can create a dashboard in Lightning, right? Every functionality is almost same like how we have customized it, dynamic filter and all. So you can apply all the things from the classic. So this is these are the difference we have in the Lightning and classic overview. So we have taken the overview about the difference between Lightning and classic, right?